I think it worked tonight. We'll see. Sorry, I just stuck my finger on the lens. Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Impromptu. Okay, so what's up tonight? I'm going to wait for some people to jump on here. I just made a little post in the group, so probably nobody knows I'm here except for a couple of my admin moderators. Thank you. So, I'll wait a few minutes. We're going to be showing me. I always talk in third person like there's another person here with me. I think I miss having that second backup, you know. Hold the phone here. Hey, Rose Ellen. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. Ooh, I got an announcement too. Hi, Heather. Hi, Allison. So while we're waiting, I'm going to go through my foils that I have sitting here. See if these will work for what I'm planning to show you guys. Oh, I think they will. I think I can. I have a stack of a mess over here. For sure. Oh, that was so fun. I can't find the one. I did one of these leaves the other night with this set here. Oh, it was so pretty. I know I showed you, Deborah. And now I can't find the leaf. Hi, everyone. How are we? Hi, Jen. Hello. If you're here, say hi so I know you're here and I can see your comment. You never know. Something might be being given away. And I'm sorry to say it is US only. I'm sorry, Allison and Heather. I love you. But I am going to be sending you guys something soon. So I may be able to pop one of these in there. Let's see. How many people are we up to? 10. That's good enough for me. Mainly, I just want to make it available for everyone to check it out when they want to see what is in this awesome sauce, finally available new foiling kit that is non-UV glue and fun stuff. I am just right now gathering up all these scrap foils around me because I've been playing with it for the last week or more. And, oh, that one's no longer available, but it's so pretty. I should lock that up in the safe. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the new foiling kit. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. All right. Move these off here. So, isn't that adorable? You guys like that? It's a foam. It's fun foam. But there's a cool thing about these fun foams, and you guys will get a leaf and some sort of Halloween thing. I took the bats out because they cut too deep, so sorry there's no bats, but there are other really big ones. So anyways, I'm going to do this leaf tonight with a bunch of small places so you guys can see how fun and easy it is. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with the UV glue, but if you're new to foiling, it's a good way for you to get used to what it feels like. So before you start your project, I do recommend that you play with the foil, the foam foil project, so you can get a hang of how to handle the foils, and you'll learn how to burnish it and where to peel it off and all of those things. So I think that it's going to help a lot as far as giving you a little bit of a learning curve before you just jump right in there. Yeah, I'm all foam. You can these because they come pre-glued. I know, I wish. I have never tried it. Maybe I should, you know what? Let's give it a whirl. I think it will soak in. I don't know. This is like sticker glue, so it's probably like a sheet of something they put on there. I don't know. They come this way. I was lucky enough to stumble upon them. So, yeah. Yeah, they're so fun. They don't put designer foils in their stuff though, so but yeah, they're totally fun to play with, and I'm putting them in the kit for, you know, the freebie stuff or a part of the freebie. There's lots of free stuff in here. So much fun. Also, tonight I want to talk about these fun colors that I'm currently going to be offering. I still don't know how to list this, and I think I'm just going to offer it off Etsy because I don't know what else. I don't know how to write it up on Etsy or even do it, but the way these are going to work is you're going to get to pick your poison pretty much. You pick how you want it. You know what I mean? You get to pick if you want it in a liquid gel or a satin. These are the satin, and these are two new flakes available, and these are in liquid gel, and I think these might actually look a lot better in liquid gel, though you have to top coat them, but, or, you know, seal them. I still think they're quite beautiful. And then also I have a new option for packaging on anything that you have to stir, but they are so stunning gorgeous. These new colors, they're going to be available in, like I said, liquid gels, satin. If you want acrylic, I would recommend soft body, not regular acrylic, and watercolor, which is where I think they shine. Now, the downside to ordering watercolor is it takes a couple of weeks for me to make it and let it dry and then get it back to you. But if you decide you want your stuff that you have to stir in a easier to deal with place, you can get them in jars now. And I'm lost with my listing. Like, I know it's part of like a variation, but there's several things going on with it. You know what I mean? Like, this is the green from the satins. Isn't that beautiful? But if you stir it, it gets just yummy, and it's so easy to stir these in the little pot. And that's the same 10 ml that they come in, the regular size. So, and they come with this cute little insert. Some of these are glass and some are plastic. Funny enough, the plastic's more expensive than the glass. Can't figure that out. So they're probably going to be glass all in the future. But anyways, they'll be packed nice and safe for sure. Back to the kit. Ta-da! Okay, here it is. You ready? So, of course, we got to have the fun pen. And the reason these are so cool, you guys, is that they are little fine liners. They're very delicate, so they do kind of wear out on rocks real fast. And you have to seal them, so don't like use them and then think that you can just brush on, you know, a sealer, because they will bleed just like a Posca would. But if you spray, they're good, and then you can seal on top of them. But I love them because they write so micro fine. I don't want to open this one because I'm almost out of the Halloween stuff. I'm just using up the Halloween stuff as the freebies. In the future, because this is going to be a staple kit, if you decide you want to get this in the future, all of the like goodies in there will probably be different. Like the bats or the Halloween stuff, and the fall stuff will probably be Christmas or whatever is the nearest fun holiday. Or like there's one that I really like that's a mandala. I might do that in between. So, where's the pen? Maybe I don't have one in here. Oh, I do. I have one here. They're the same pen. Nope, that's the blade. I used to have these in the store. We call it a scraper blade, and you can clean up any disaster on your stones with that sharp, crazy thing. And then this is the fun pen. Now watch, it won't work. It's been in my thing for a year probably. Hold on. Oh, there it is. See how small it is? It's like really fine, micro fine writing. Super cool. Somebody's going to get a hello on their package when they get it. Oh, it'll probably have a label over it, so no worries. Anyway, so you get that pen, you get a detail brush, and then you get 5 disposable brushes. And then a free gift, of course. They're not all going to have this in there because I did run out of those, but some of them have like long sheets of vinyl stickers. Some just depends on which one you get. Some have little nail stickers, some don't. Using up the Halloween tchotchkes, so you get a bundle of those. And then the 3 rocks. So for right now, the first 10 kits are river rocks. Sorry, river rocky. And they are not all going to be, obviously every rock is unique and different. So, but they're going to be somewhere in this vicinity in the size. The colors are going to probably vary and the this and the that. And Deborah Hackman, thank you so much for donating some of these beauties. I wasn't going to use them, but she graciously said go ahead. So I'm like, okay, because they're beautiful. They're nice and smooth. So you'll get 3 stones about like that size, or you'll get like 1 and 2 coasties, or maybe 3 coasties. I don't know. And coasties are perfectly smooth, and they're usually a whiter color. Some of them look marbly because they're a form of marble. So, also, you can get it without the rocks if you don't want the rocks. So there's a little discount if you decide not to get the rocks in the Etsy shop. I was able to figure that out. And then they're all wrapped up nice and neat. And so those are the rocks she'll get to play on. I'm probably going to grab some different ones and do a little something on them tonight so you could see. Or maybe I should just grab the one that I did do already. It was a little pumpkin. It was one of the, in here I also have, oops, there goes the box. I made some, basically some traceables or stencils, however you want to use them, in here. There's 7 sheets. Because I couldn't make up my mind. So I'm like, I'm just giving them all. I'm going to give them all. So, and then I put a sheet of carbon tracing paper in there with it. So, hi. It's depixelating already. No. Dang it. It's supposed to be giving me good speeds. I'm sorry. What is happening? Aw, guys, I apologize for the quality. I have done everything that I can, and I just checked my speed test, and it says we're good, so I got no idea. But it's doing what Facebook used to do. Every time you move, it starts, like, wigging out. Anyway, so I put in a couple of Halloween sheets right now, because that is what time of year it is in fall. So, and I tried to make them the right size. Some, like, you can shrink these, you know, put them on your, if you have a printer, I'm sorry, with the glass top, put it on there, shrink it down to fit your rocks. But I did this one on a little rock the other day. It was super easy, super cute. I did make a video, so I will share that. The bead, you know, I like bugs. Then I put some greenery in here. Some mermaids and sea life. And of course my favorites. The gecko, the turtles, the butterfly. And I was gonna put my symbol in here because it actually sort of loosely means, you know, new beginnings or starting over. Actually, they say, it used to be that you could look that up and that's what it would say. And then somebody actually researched it and said, no, somebody just said it meant that. So I don't know. I have no idea what it means, but that's what it means to me. New beginnings, fun times ahead, you know, forming new friendships, that sort of thing. I didn't even pick it, actually. It was my initials. If y'all remember that video of me trying to figure out a way to sign my name, and then somebody sent me a picture of it saying, you know, your signature logo there is actually a symbol. I was like, I had no idea, because I messed around with it for a long time. And of course, mine's like a little looser when I sign it, so it's not exactly like that one, but since theirs is all perfect, I just borrowed it. I'm all theirs, like whoever even, I can't find who made that image, so I think it's probably one of those things that you can't copyright anyways. Not that I want to. I wouldn't do that. I would leave it available for everybody. Okay, yeah, that's not going to happen right now. I'm trying to get it back in there. I can't even see the bag. Hey, thanks. Hi, Susan. Okay, so in here, in the kit, the new fun foil, non-UV foiling kit. Isn't that cool? You'll get, like I said, the fall leaf and, oh cool, there's a ghost in here. That's a fun one. There's all kinds of different ones. There's like a skeleton one, a cat, and a pumpkin. There's a whole scene, like a moon scene one about this big. I can't remember. I think it's a witch flying into the moon. There's some fun ones. Really cool. Oh, pumpkin, of course. In here, 4x4, there are the square foils, which I have to cut these, so I am not using these. They are not easy to cut. So they're, it's the ones I have in sheets that I have extra of, like lots and lots. So I cut those in here. I wasn't going to add them, but I thought, you know what, if they just want a big one, then you can have a big one. And also when you buy these, you get like 60 or something. So I did split those up and add the few in there that they had. So everybody should have like a few of those too. And then these here, this is where the fun is, because typically this kind of glue wouldn't work with these type of foil. Is it these? No, not this one. I didn't grab the other ones. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, they are. The designer foils. So you can use, these are what I call the transparent holographic easy release foils. These work on anything that's mildly tacky. You can use those on anything. These are more fussy, but still easy release. So I included some of my favorites. This one's, I think it's called Bite Me. Pink and blue. Then the red, white, and blue. There's a red in there too. Red, white, and blue. And they won't always be the same. Obviously, it's a random pick. But for right now, there's quite a lot in here. And these all work. Tested them all. This is actually a fun, like, duochrome. I think there's several different ones. That one's like this way, and then the next one is, I think it's called Rainbow Duochrome. Oh, no, that's just duochrome. Sorry. Okay. Ooh, strobe lights. Silver holographic dots. That, oh, come on. We have that in gold in a sheet too. I didn't put it in here, but Saturday Night Live. I forgot what is that what I called it? Oh, these are so fun. You can do a lot with these. This one's cool too. It's like it's not matte though. It looks matte, but it's like a flat. Squares, magic squares. No matter which way you turn them, the squares are always like moving around. And this is the same thing with hearts, though. I thought it was just scribbles for the longest time, and then somebody was like, that's a bunch of hearts. So I renamed it. Stars, stars, shutters, and dancing squares. These were my first love with these crazy, crazy moving holographic, actual hologram in the holograph. And of course the Texas star. Should be back there with the red, white, and blue. Anyway, so that's what's in these first 10 packs. And of course, like I said, you get the set here. That's easy for everybody. And you can paint and put those on, and it'll leave your paint under it. The color, so it won't, I mean, it changes, it gives it a, like it's a sticker almost look, right? But it still shows the color through. I did do a little rock, and I recorded it last night, that I'm not certain if I'm going to put it on there because it ended up being really long for what it was. And that's the thing about this glue, is it's a lot of dry time, So I need to learn how to edit better. But here it is. This is actually a bunch of different layers. We got, it was actually acrylic, but used as watercolor and gouache out here. And then this is new outliner that will be available soon. But then I colored it with Posca just to make it a closer match. So it's a disaster. And this is all foiled too on top of the new one. So it's kind of busy, crazy looking. I understand that. But I was just testing stuff out. So it was, you know, it was a crazy moment. But I recorded it. At least I didn't make you guys go through it live. For me, it was like 6 hours. For the camera, it was like 1 hour and 10 minutes because I stopped in between the dry times. So, and then it also has a coat of the varnish on it that's in the kit, which I haven't shown you yet. So this is also an example of those foils, which I think you guys caught this video. This is the one I uploaded to show the glue with, not the foils, I meant the glue. The glue with designer foil. Now these I don't think are in there. They might randomly get in there, but I don't think they're in this first batch that I pulled off. We have like over 250 foils, so I don't even know if I got all the way over to these. So and okay, where was I think that's, oh, there's a stencil too. Not everybody gets the Halloween one, I know. There was only a few of those left, but some people will get flowers, some people will get, I don't know, planets, there's astronauts, there's a whole bunch of fun things, but I tried to get things that will fit on the rocks, you know, if you just want to take a pouncer and, you know, stencil it on there and then just foil that. That's easy enough too. All right, so I'm just going to pile this back in here, put it back together in a bit. And I'm going to foil the leaf and maybe a rock if y'all are still interested. Okay, I'll put these back in here too. And these. Pick some later with. Okay, I started a project that I was going to do. That's what I was going to do. This one I want to use the black lace foils on, and guess what this is? It's these. I know, silly me. So maybe we'll do that with the new glue. Okay, this is easy peasy, and I'm just going to use my own foils over here. And if you guys you see one that you love, you can just grab from the sets. Like this one is in the, oh, hi Trina. Thank you. Oh boy. Woohoo! And I know where my goat is. Do you know where your goats are? Thank you. So cute. I love those goats. Thank you, Connie Craven. Haven't seen her in a bit. Okay. So, these I think are in the plaids or quilted. Crazy quilts or plaids or something like that. Scroll. Go to the foil section and just scroll until you see it. I know that sounds crazy, but it's in a set, so you'll see it. This one is not available, so I'm probably not going to use that one. This is part of that set. I am going to redo it and put just what's back available in the set, because it was a, what is it, 12 or 16 piece set originally. I can't remember. It was beautiful. So, but what's left is pieces like this and that, and like this and like that. Okay, this is the fall leaves foil set. And like this is the only fall leaf in that set, but we named it that because it was an identifiable piece of foil, so we could remember it. It's hard to know what foil is what when you have that many. So you got to put something in there that will lead you to it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We do obviously have the skewed out where like what section of my house it's in, but that doesn't mean anything when it's on a rounder with 500 other ones. So this set, I don't remember what it's called either. Turquoise art or something. This one is, I want to do this one. I think it's amazing. And there's so many, because it's also kind of patched together on a lot of them. There's a lot of opportunities to, on a foil leaf, you know, like these, to do a whole bunch of different ones. So I think I will do that set. Let me see if I can look up the name of that one real quick. That's silly that I don't know. How funny. Turquoise. This kit is in the store, by the way. Sorry, it's under kits, and it's the new beginner foil kit. And if it's in the store, that means you can use your discount. It's called Turquoise Art and Marble Nail Foil Set. There's 10 strips, and it's in there for $10. So with your 20% discount, it would be $8 for all 10 strips, which is kind of a discount because they're generally $2 a strip, $1.80 for you guys. The other one was the plaids or something, right? Okay, I'm going to say quilts. I think I have the plaids in here too, but the quilts is what this one is. Crazy quilt. And all right, so let's do this. So this is fun. Really, 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 really fun. I do recommend a pair of tweezers. And mine are bent because I keep using them as a tool. And you pull off a piece. Isn't it awesome? And it's just ready for you to foil. So what I was saying when I first jumped on is the reason this is in the foiling kit isn't because I made this. It's because it's an easy way for you guys who haven't used foil a lot or used it ever to feel what it's going to be like. So you don't keep messing up rocks. I realize rocks are expensive, or you know, wherever you go to get them, it's not easy to haul them around. So rocks are coveted. So this is an easy, cheap way for you to play to get used to what they feel like. So I'm going to start with, I have these, I think I used both of them. Oh, I want to run out and grab some more. I thought I had them. But this one has deer in it. And there's two sets of them. This one, you can't see it. I wish I knew where that other one is. Anyways, it has a deer here, and there's mountains behind it. Yeah, just use your imagination. No, I'm kidding. That's terrible, huh? All right, let's see if I can actually, I'm going to do the whole scene right here on this upper section, and then we'll do the bottom part different. How much do I want? So yeah, probably just both of these, and then don't get too pokey with it because it is foam, so especially if you're going to keep it. They're actually ornaments. They come with a piece of ribbon, so you can give it to me. Let go. Thank you. All right, let's see. Oh, maybe. Okay, so before we go any farther, there is a edge on this that you don't want to get on your glue. It's a clear edge over here. Right here. See that? That will transfer just like that. So if you want, it'll show like a clear line, and it won't, you can't put anything on top of it unless you put more glue. So you don't want to do that, right? Hey Trina, yeah, it's about the new non UV glue. It's an option for people, and it's a basic rock kit. It's not, you know, like bananas. So it's the main thing is it's affordable, and I think that that's important. You know, there's competitors out there selling foiling kits, and I cannot understand why they're charging so much. I don't, it's blowing my mind, but anyways, get your scissors and cut off um, the clear parts on the side so that they do not transfer into your glue. Sorry. And like I said, the thing with the other glue is there's a lot of dry time, so it's kind of hard to show you that live. That's why I recorded it and put that video on there. So if you want to see the glue in action, it's in the last posted video here on my YouTube channel. That shows this whole project right here using the new glue. Tonight I'm showing you the kit mainly, not necessarily just the glue. I can show you how to use it, but I don't know if you want to wait for it to dry. It's a long dang time, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to do it like that, and then we're going to pull in some similar colors to these places around it that aren't covered. So burnishing, as I was talking about earlier, is when you take a soft brush or something and you basically rub the surface gently, not so you don't damage the foam or the rock or the foil. Rub the surface gently so that when you lift up, it's a nice, easy go. So when you lift, you'll know if it's going to be easy or hard. See, that's hard. So you want to come from a different direction. Sometimes it's easier to go up than down. Come here, tweezers. And then also you want to do like a quick, yeah, sometimes it takes that on these designer foils to get it going, like a quick, but don't go all the way, because if it's not transferring, like that bit right there, the stem, you can lay it back down and burnish some more. And then pull it up, and it still didn't transfer. But we can fix that. I'll show you how. In just a minute. Okay, get around there. Okay, so there, got the whole deer in there. I love it. So on these other parts, I'm going to take the same foil, similar colors to what we're working with there, and just put it there. And then over here, oh, that's cool. We can just connect that. Kind of looks like it was meant to be there, huh? Foiling is fun. I like it. You can really get creative with it after you get used to how it feels. See these green spots in here? That's actually not where it didn't transfer at, but that, you know, it's kind of, I don't know if you want to line it or whatever, but you can do that on the foam. You can paint it. And over here is this lighter color like this. So we'll put that in there. And now it doesn't even look like there was anything missing, right? Isn't that cool? Just got to match up your colors a little bit. This one right here. Oh, hey, look at that. There's a leg there. We'll transfer that part. And then on this side, do some more color. Oops, get off there. Oh no. Sometimes when they flip over on themselves, they do stick, so be careful with that. Okay, nice. See how we did that? Took it from right there down. Doesn't even look like we missed it, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez. Look at the... I'm sorry, it's blurry. Okay, I'm going to turn my phone this way a bit. I wonder if I jump over to the hard wire. I think I tried that last time. I'm going to keep going because it's not horrible. So anyway, so you can either continue in the same foils from the same pack, which generally follow a theme. So that's what I like to do. I like to stick with the same pack just to get, you know, look, this one here is random foils that I just picked up, and they're out here too. So, let's see. Oh, I love this foil from that set. Isn't that pretty? Let's pick off some pieces. And we'll just pick a colorful spot here. Now, just watch for those clear edges. If you're not going to cut them off, just be aware of them. Trying to find a spot. Maybe we'll go to this area here. It's a little safer. You know, it's weird, Jen. Everything has been having issues. Like, it's everything. My phone, the TVs, the channels, the websites, something is up. I don't exactly know what, but it's irritating to say the least. I'm trying to find this a similar color like right here because I missed a little right there. So I'm just going to grab this color section right there and see if it will transfer. Probably not, but oh, it did. Cool. Cool beans. Isn't that cool? What do you guys think? Aren't these fun? I mean, I realize it's childish, but that's how we learn. You know, you take out the crayons, play with them. That's how you learn to color. You take out the colored pencils, you get better. Take out the paintbrushes, you get better. So this really helps you through feeling the foil. Now, I don't recommend you pick it up all the time because that's just a hard way to do it. But if you need to keep it stationary, put some like tack down tape on it or something, and then tack it down to the surface, and then it'll be more rock-like, you know. So when you foil, it's just so light that it moves around. So that's kind of why I hold it. So here, let's, ooh, look at these pretty butterflies on gold. We'll do those. I do love this kit. I gotta say, I'm really excited about the non-UV glue. It has not let me down yet. And I've done some crazy things. Wish I could find the other stuff. But you know what? Actually, please, I'm going to put some on here because I want to foil this. So I'm going to put some down. I don't even have to put on gloves. It's weird because I have this weird sense like I need to put my gloves on. So bad. But I'm not going to. So I'm going to put glue, and I'm probably going to do all the sections because they have enough room in between them that we may be able to do this tonight. And you can use it right from the bottle. Isn't that cool? So this bottle, when you get it, has a seal between this and the bottle. So you'll have to peel that off. And that way this won't leak during shipping because that's the only top it has. So keeping it from leaking, I don't trust that. Also, I put a shrinky dink on it. I call it a shrinky dink. It's a wrap, the shrink wrap on there, and shrunk it to that so that wouldn't catch on anything. I really worry about shipping. Like, I get things that I'm so not satisfied with. So if you guys ever receive anything from me that you're not happy with, is not what you were expecting, if for any reason you don't like it, tell me, because either you get a refund or I make it right, because that's not how I roll. Now, if it's been a year and, you know, the product is solidified or gelled, I can't really help that, but I still do work with you, like if you want a discount or a replacement or something like that. So I'm moving the bubble out. There is a bubble there. I think you can use a torch, but I don't know. Something to figure out. And this one I'm actually going to use with a brush because it's bigger. And I am not going to lie, I am loving these brushes, you guys. The Silver Silk 88 series. These were a trade with Mary Reeves over from, what's the new name of it? Trade and Bloom, I think. I'm sorry. It was something else. Anyway, I think it's Trade and Bloom. Sorry, Mary. And we've been trading stuff for these brushes, and now I almost have the whole set. I think I do, because I just traded her again today. Saves me, because I can't afford them right now. So they are neat. It's some silver synthetic fiber, but they're very nice. They're kind of like snap brushes. They snap back really nicely, but better. Like, they're firm enough, but yet soft enough. It's both of the best of both worlds. I'm planning on using black lace on here. And then one of my friends on Facebook, Melissa, is sending some ponies, or their horse figurines, their models, horse models, for me to foil, because we're trying to see if it'll work. And I am so dang excited about that. Like, can you imagine? I'm going to have so much fun. So I'm obviously going to record it and share it with you guys, or do it live. I don't know which one yet. Because I think that, how cool would that be to like pick up a little figurine horse? I don't know how exactly, she said 118, 112. They're like models of, you know, the are they Derby horses? The little figurine horses. Anyways, it's like that, but it's the little set. And these are, what do you call them, blanks or something? They don't have, they're white, all white. They're for people who do custom painting on them. So I'm going to do some custom foil on them. How fun. So this stuff does self-level as long as it's still wet. So I'm trying to move it around a little bit. I think I might need a little bit more over in here. So once we get this on, obviously we're going to let it dry. It's anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes, really depending on the humidity of where you're at. And here right now it's not very humid, so I'm having really good time with it, but I can only imagine that in the summer it's going to be probably a lot longer dry time, because it will stay gooey when it's not drying right. All right, this big one. Ooh, get out of there. The foil stick to you. And with this glue, you want to be generous so that you don't have brush strokes, and it won't interfere with, like with the UV glue, if you get too much, it doesn't dry right. Sometimes it wrinkles, although I have a new glue that doesn't do any of that. So if you guys want an update on your UV glue, let me know. or that's in the store actually. You can grab it under, it's actually under the UV up, UV, I think it's the UV kit, and it has, it was called UV upgrade kit. It's a flashlight, the glue, and the top coat. You don't have to buy all of it. You can buy them separately, but it's under that listing. And there's a new slim light too that you can buy that you can use with the new glue, because it doesn't matter. It don't care. It's like, I'll cure up nice and neat for you in any light, you know, that's UV, even the sun. Okay, I think that's good. With these, I'm going to be going back around and touching up the black, so I'm trying to get it as close to that as I can, but without going into it. Or even if I go into a little bit, it's okay. It just will, it will ruin if you're using Posca or whatever. Don't get the glue on it, on your pen, because it'll clog it. A little bit shaky tonight, so I'm going to just add a couple drops, because I shouldn't be moving it around still. So it should be a lot. Oopsie, I just glued my finger. That's okay. Of course I put bubbles in there. Gather. All right, gotcha. Okay, next, please. They are awesome, Deborah. You ought to go over to Trade and Bloom and see if there's anything over there you want from Mary Reeves. Or post something that you want to trade. And you guys can trade my products. I'm totally fine with that. Of course, they need to be representable, unused, preferably unused. You can trade used things too. You can even trade art that you've bought from people, and maybe you have too much and you want to trade your art. It's a very friendly place for you to trade and receive, you know, buy and trade art and products. So I think it's genius. And at one time in my life, I was very perturbed with the thought of people selling my products. But I do realize that once you buy them, they're yours. And it didn't take me very long to realize that was silly. And I'm not even going to try to, not going to waste my joy on that, because it's yours. What does bother me though is when you drop the when you bottom out the price and then you talk crap. That will devalue my label, and that's what I had a trip and fit about a couple years ago. So it was mainly about that. I didn't appreciate my label being battered. But how do you expect to sell something, right? But you're talking bad about it. It's like, oh yeah, I got these. I'm giving them away for like $1.50, $2 because she's mean. Oh, that's gonna sell, right? I don't know. There, that's me. That's my, one of the one and only times I've said anything negative about anybody. And that was years ago. So imagine all the dirt I got. No, I'm kidding. I don't have any dirt. I don't listen. I literally, in one ear and out the other. And that's why our Facebook group is very drama-free. We try really hard to keep it clean from that. That's looking nice, isn't it? See how nice and glass-like it cures up like that. Probably the word is dry, but I'm so used to the other stuff. I say cure, so cure is... I do not like the bubble thing, but I think it's because I'm using it probably I'm squeezing too fast or something. Definitely don't shake it. It shouldn't need to be shaken ever. Hi, Mary. I was just talking about you. I didn't know you were on here. So I was just telling everybody to head over there and Because I love these brushes so much that I'm like, you should see if she wants to trade with you. You're going to be trading so many brushes. Sorry. She's going to murder me. I am, like I said, I am so impressed with your page over there. Just for, it's very easy and easygoing. And it's so nice to see my products over there being loved so much. I'm just so grateful. Thank you. A lot of love in the group. Definitely love this. Might be my favorite out of them so far. I don't know that I have a favorite because they're all amazing. I really love the big one. There's a, oh, where is it? It might be in the other room drying. I washed them out last night, so it's laying flat drying. But there's a really big number 10, I think, round. You guys know that I'm like, love watercolor brushes, so. And these are kind of an everything brush. So I'll be cutting the black lace foils because these are close to each other, but far enough apart, I think that I might be able to do it without messing it up and getting them all in the wrong place. But if you've been waiting for a kit that you can use, you don't need a light for and all of the, gadgets and stuff. That's quite an investment, I get it. This is it. And as soon as I get a re-up on my glue, I'll be offering it in the store by itself. So you don't have to buy the kit to get the glue, because that doesn't make any sense to me either. Okay, this does need to air dry. You can use a blow dryer. It has to be on cool. Like, I know that heat will keep it gooey, kind of like humidity. So if you use heat, just use it for a second just to set it a bit and then put it in front of a fan. That's what I recommend, and it works really good to speed it up a little bit. But you really don't want to mess with it before 15 or 20 minutes because even though it's clear, it's really not ready. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Sherry. Hey, everyone. I can't find the button. Oh, there it is. Okay. So see, it even got clearer. Now I'm going to put it in front of the fan and we're going to finish our leaf. Alright, fan going. Woohoo! This is too much fun. We're in the foil. Alright, let's do this one. Where should we do it? Let's map this baby out. Put my pins away. This is not my glue. This is something I put in the kit for those of you just joining us. It's a foam. It's a fun foil foam figure. You can buy fun foil kits on like Amazon, and it comes with like foam and foil. They're usually kids, like in a book or something, and then you do them. But I think adults are having fun with these, so they're starting to do just regular ones. Like they're flimsy and they're fun for learning how to use the foils, but I don't know how well they'll like hold up for time. But it's a great way to, like I'm saying, to get your dexterity for the foils, because it's kind of a thing trying to handle foil without they're staticky as heck. They stick to everything. Which side of the foil do you use, right? So it helps you learn, and that's priceless to me. So I put 2 of these things in each kit. One, they'll change with the seasons, so you get a Halloween one and a leaf right now. I don't know where. I thought I had a Halloween one in here other than the bat, but there's a little, there it is, the little bat. Oops, see? The little wing came apart. I took these out of the foil kit because they were cut too deeply, so, but I'll glue that one back together and I'll do it. Okay, so for right here, let's do, this crazy one. This is also in that same set. I think I'm going to try to pull some of that pink and gold in there. And then burnish with whatever you can. I do have, I think, available in the store, the burnishing brushes. They may not be white, they might be black. The colors change often, but it's still the same idea. They might be different sizes too. Like, some might look like this, some might look like this, but it's the same idea. They're basically ink blenders, so. Soft brush, but you need to give it some firm, so that's why these work better than the, I still love the other ones, don't get me wrong, the long handled ones with the oval, like face makeup brush, you know. I think these are a little more controllable and targeted, so you can get more of a, you know, precise thing. Oh my goodness, it's so satisfying. I cannot get over how much I love foil. Maybe I shouldn't be the foiling rock lady. I should be just the foil lady. I don't know. You know, I didn't name myself that, so you guys know. I was named that. Somebody kept calling me that, and it stuck. And then everybody kept calling me that, and then I'm like, why should I change that when that's what everybody knows me as? So I just made it my name. Okay, we'll do it. I ain't gonna fight it. All right, we're gonna use this marbly piece here. This set's called Turquoise and Marble, I think, and it's in my store. You know what? I think I'm gonna save that for a bigger piece over here or something. Let's do. Oh gosh, I like those too. This part right here, this one. Now there's these clear sides, if you weren't here a bit ago, that those very edges of this are clear. Those will mess up your game because that's actually transfer. So it will transfer to your area and be clear. So if you have it anywhere in there, you'll have this clear stripe right down your foiled area. So either cut them off if you can't maneuver around them. Like if you want to use just the edge here, I really recommend cutting them off. Or if you're not sure that you can control it well enough, cut them off. I cut them all the time. Matter of fact, I just cut them a second ago. So you want to get a little delicate pair of scissors and get rid of them. I do recommend using tweezers on this because trying to peel them off with your fingers, it's ridiculous. They're really stuck on there. Okay, so now I want to use this bigger one. I'm going to use okay, I have an announcement now that I've got a few more people on. So Deborah Hackman, welcome to the team. She is a new moderator, and she's not a new member. She's been with us for years and years, but she's always on the lives and she's very helpful and she's my friend. And so welcome to the team, Deborah. Thank you. I need someone to pick up the slack a little bit for, you know, just helping around the group and with like the calendar, monthly calendar and stuff like that. So thank you. So, give her a hard time, make her work. No, I'm just kidding, Deborah. Also, guys, we're recruiting. So if you want to be considered, or if you know someone who would be a good candidate, please send me a message and tell me, because I have several of you in my heart, but I know that, and if I haven't asked you, it's because I know you have a lot going on right now. A lot. But I'm looking for at least 3 people to help run the group. We're up to almost 10,000 members, and I've really hovered at the same amount of people on my admin team, and they're great, but it's just a lot, when your life is going 100 miles an hour. So if you are into volunteering, and you have some spare time, that would be great. All right. And anybody who is interested in doing tutorials, that's always a plus. You don't have to be part of the team to do a tutorial either. You can do that as a member. You do need permission to upload, your tutorial and your video, but that's easy enough. Just ask me or another admin. Get out there. All right, I'm going to fold that one over because I can't get it off. So, all right, this long skinny one, I want to do a feather, or at least part of a feather. Okay. Pretty. I missed a little spot there. Oops, wrong one. Let's see. Wrong one. Pretty much. Close enough, right? So it's the feather and the pearls that came through pretty nice, huh? I think a nice gold would be fun in here to line the sections. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's go ahead and do this one next. Let's do this part right here. They do wrinkle, so, and they will crack if you bend them around too much, so I don't know if you guys can see those little cracks in there. Don't bend them too much. That's the one drawback to foam. But I don't know if you can seal them. I'm nervous about it. I think I'm going to try, though, to see what happens if you seal it. I think a spray is either a yes or a no sometimes with foil. I used to depend on it pretty much solely, but then I noticed my foils some of them would get damaged from the spray, like because it's got a solvent base to it and they're very delicate. But then some brush-ons really are horrible. Really the best thing is resin, like UV, or it just covers it without any trouble. But I don't know if you can do you probably could do resin on this, right? I don't think it would stick to this side because it's very silicone-y, but it would stick to top of foil, so I might give that a whirl. That might give it some rigidity too. Hi, Alina. How you doing? It's a party. Hey, Trina. I think I said that already. Sorry. Okay. Okay, now this one. I want the sun because I love it. Let's see. Maybe this one we can get the sun and the mountains, maybe. I'm going to cut this one and get rid of the clear ones just in case I'm moving it around and then it happens to stick somewhere. Also, wherever you stick the foil on any glue is where it's going to stay. Really, you cannot reposition it because it pulls off the image. So be brave and drop it gently, because if you drop it wrinkly, it'll also have a wrinkle in it. But also on the foam, see the wrinkle? So that's it kind of does show wrinkles, but you can work it out easily because they are squishy. How do I want to do this? Oh, I didn't get much of the sun. Darn it. I got most of the mountains, though. That's okay. You know what? I don't have to settle. I can remove this bit and have all of it if I want it. How far up are you gonna go? You know what? Sweet. Let's do it all. Kind of like I did up here with the whole picture. Some of them you just gotta have the whole thing, huh? Alright. Give it to me, baby. Yep, been listening to disco because it's my jam. One of them. I like all kinds of music. Disco, classic, rock, country, rap. I do, yep. Mostly 90s, but a few of the newer ones I like. Let's go. I'm a weird cookie. Come on. All right. Open. Give it to me. There we go. Don't be, even though you got to give it a yank to get it started, don't pull it up too fast, all of it, because then if it doesn't transfer somewhere, you won't be able to, like, it's hard to line them back up perfectly. It's having trouble jumping. That, what is wrong with this one? Is like really sticky compared to the other one. Wowie, let it go. All right, then I'm going to use this piece that's left on here, these pieces, to finish the sun. You know what? I'm going to use this over here so I can get some of the right color rays in the right directions. Maybe. Let's see. That should be close. Or not. It'll probably be wonky. Oh no, it's kind of, no, it's off. That's okay though. It's all good. And then, where was it? Over here. And some here, something's going on. So cool, huh? Hi, Jax. Jax does tutorials every now and then. Like I was saying, you can do them as a member. You don't have to be on the team, on the admin or moderator team. And another thing you should know, if you do a tutorial in the group and it's been longer than 30 days, Facebook deletes them. So if you want your video, you got to download it and save it. Yep. And you can create if you have permission, you can create an event. You can, you know, host your whole thing, go live. You just have to have permission to do all of that. But we appreciate it. Anytime somebody wants to volunteer to do a project live, that'd be amazing. And don't feel like it has to be a tutorial, because I don't really do tutorials. I do paint alongs or craft alongs because I'm not a teacher. I'm just a person who's out here learning like you guys. But, I mean, the world calls them tutorials, so that's pretty much what they're called. But it's not necessarily. I don't mind teaching what I'm doing, but I'm sharing more. You know what I mean? You guys always adopt your own form of it, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Both of those off. Oh, what would go good there? I know what it is. I gotta find it. Here they are. Oh, maybe I have. Okay. Maybe not. I'll go back to this one. I'll put the butterflies this way. Here we go. At least we got a little. No, we did. Yeah, we did. I think we got one in there. Nice. It's cool to know that you can play with regular foil. It doesn't have to be full metallic. There are a few now that I found. This isn't the new glue, but with the new glue, there's only a couple that won't work, but they're also the same ones that are sassy pants with the regular foil. And so yeah, I always showed, you know, you guys, the good, bad, and the ugly with this stuff. So when a foil fails me, it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't love it, because if I do, I'll find a way to use it, and that's called reverse foiling, and I force it. So I'll put the glue on instead of curing it to tacky. I'll put the foil on while it's wet, the UV glue. Then I will light it with the light, the UV light flashlight while it's wet, and that forces it to bond. There's no choice, it just does. And then when you pull off the top, it is on there. But what happens with that is it's not perfect, because usually it spills over. So when you do it, you got to really be careful not go all the way to the edge, because when you put it on there, it kind of flattens it out, squishes out. But like the one that really gave me the worst time was the fish scale, the transparent holographic fish scale. It shouldn't have been hard, because those foils are typically, other than that one, the easiest to work with out of all of the foils. That one surprised me. Yeah, I was way surprised. Okay, here we go with this one. There we go. Quit talking, quit yapping, start working. Aw, Jack says okay. I know I went to watch it the other day. I'm like, oh no, I never did get to watch it. I was busy, and Jack's, thank you for covering that night. Did a tutorial, but when I went back, it was already gone. But it's okay. I mean, that's fine. You don't have to. It's your content. I think it's mean that Facebook is making us, is changing every video we make into a reel. I didn't even know you could do a reel longer than, 5 minutes or whatever the time is. That one I just did tonight live with my face. They made it into a reel, so I couldn't edit it. You can't edit the reel. I don't want to edit the video. I want to edit what I typed in there because I needed to add something, and they won't let you. You can't edit it. And I think that's quite crappy. It's my content. I should be able to edit it. Anyways, the reels, again, if you don't download them, they're gone after 30 days. No ifs, ands, or buts. Deleted. Not by me. All my early tutorials, they are backed up on my server, but not organized in any way. So when you can back up your whole Facebook file, so I have it backed up like every 3 or 4 days or something like that. And, but it doesn't go in there any kind of organized. So I've seen the pictures, but they're scattered. Definitely, it's going to be a chore. I think this little one might work here. Finally. Ooh, I think I got some of the clear on there so you guys get to see that. Yep. So if you see this edge right here, that's actually been foiled, so it's no longer sticky. But luckily the back is green, so you can't really tell that much. Hi, Glinda. Welcome. Glinda is an admin over there where I was telling you guys to go check out if you want to do some trade and bloom. I believe her and Mary are close friends. I think it sounds like, anyways. This one's driving me crazy. I missed a few little spots in here, but they do not want to take it. They're still sticky too. Weird. Fancy foil. The other one is getting close to being dry, I can tell. Right, down here, let's do... So if you decide to grab the kit, do this project first so you can feel your way around what foils feel like. And then if you're already used to them, obviously, you don't need to do that. But if it's your first time or you're just out of practice, definitely a good way to get your practice in. I do it all the time because I love them. It's really satisfying and relaxing just to sit here and pull these off and foil. Why is it all coming off together? All right, we'll just make our own way here. And of course I get a piece of glitter in there because glitter's everywhere here. I live at Glitter Mountain. Oh, yay. I gotta scrape up some more time so I can do more. I haven't even posted everything I have for sale in my store. Like, you guys, it's so crazy. We have new outliner. We have these babies that you can pick your poison, per se. You can pick how you want them. Watercolor, acrylic, satin, glossy, liquid gel. It's up to you. And I think they're gorgeous as liquid gel too. As a matter of fact, that is a liquid gel. It's hard to tell the difference between a liquid gel and a satin, but this one dries, glossy, sealed. This one is water-based, reactivatable, and gums up if you don't seal it. But it's beautiful and it's great in its own right, and it's like safer for kids. This is not like poisonous, but it's you know, if you let it dry, it's really hard to get off. This one will wash right off with soap and water. But these, I love the liquigels and the glitter whips. They're both made that way. They're very safe. You can use them on your skin. But I'm not saying that, okay? Because I'm not making makeup, but you can. they're 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 safe for your hands and stuff. So don't put it around your eyes. Don't be stupid. But I'm only saying out of experience. Not that you guys are. I might have done that one time or two. Learned by experience from my mistakes. I know a couple of people that have worn them out into raves, and one to her wedding, and it was pretty cool. It's fun, for sure. So are the foam stickers that you're talking about, are they the ones with the sections for foil, or are they like the full sticker on the, like, you know, the numbers and letters and stuff? The fish and all the little ones. I never thought about that. You could totally do it with those too. Duh, it's like the same dirt. I need to go to Walmart and buy me some foam everything. You could probably cut your own too. I think they have foam. You know they do, because I buy them. What is wrong with me? I need to learn how. I need to get one of them fancy machines that does this cutting. I have a Cricut, but I don't know how to use it. I tried, you guys. I know you remember that, some of you. I tried. I gave it a good try. It I'm I'm lost. Computers and stuff are lost on me. That's what I need help with in the group. If you are computer savvy, we need you. I need an editor for my videos. Do some crazy editing for me. But I don't pay, so there you go. No, I actually do. Not cash, though. But I realize it's a volunteer position, so I'm trying to be good to y'all. Okay, this one, I got just that one and one more. Okay, let's see. Probably like the first one color, huh? This darker. The upside down legs. What do you think? I'll go this way. And it might just look like a leaf or something. Jax, I know. It's sad. You know, we spend good money on those things. I bought, you know, all the stuff too to go with it. That was my Christmas present one year. I got everything to go with it and the Cricut, and I was so excited. And then I came home and plugged it in and got everything out, and I was so disappointed because I could not figure it out. Like, it is not easy. Design Space is a dang disaster. If you are ADHD like me, no, no way. It does. You got my medication. It don't kick in fast enough for that. Cricut loses. It went back in the box on the bottom of the shelf. My husband and Katie both tried it too. She got herself a little Joy, and while that's easier and she does use it every once in a while, it's not something we get out and use a lot because it's hard. It's okay, it might not be hard, but it's time consuming, and there's a lot of stuff you got to do to get a thing to work. I just want push, go. Push, go. I want this, there, do that. Do that for me, okay? Can you do that? That's what I want. Do they have something like that for me? No. None of these machines are that simple. I was going to start printing my own DTF stickers here instead of sending them to the printer. And that machine shouldn't be that hard because it's literally a printer. a UV printer, and guess what? I'm allergic to UV, so I can't even use that ink. Because that will get all over you. They say right there, just, even if you wear gloves, you're going to get it everywhere. So, that was a quick clean. Nope, didn't get to do that one. Okay, I like this blue color. We're doing this one right here. Part of it. And we're done. Yay. I do want to try to line one of these and seal it. So, what time is it? Holy moly, it's already 9. I cannot do a short video to save my life. Isn't it pretty though? Look at it. That's adorable. Yay, happy fall. I like this one too. So, there's that. Let me clean up the foil and get the black ones, because that's what's going on the bigger pumpkin. Oh, I pulled the white ones too because, oh, they're so pretty. I think these are the abstract white or something like that. I don't know. We'll look at it and see which ones we want to do. Oh, I also pulled the gold too. Well, you know, they're kind of copper, but... Okay, stop it. Stop it. I need to think. Okay. Sorry, I had to turn the fan on. Me, I'm having one of those hormonally charged hot flashes. Had a heck of a time with menopause. I'm talking like internal combustion type things that break all the veins in your face. Who has anybody had that happen? You know, all the varicose veins around my eyes. Obviously, that was also exacerbated by the recent anaphylaxis that I had. Holy moly, that popped. I have broken capillaries in my back, on my shoulders, in my chest, my eyeballs, everywhere from that one. And mainly from the steroid. They gave me too many steroids and I ended up with something called steroid fever that lasted for way too long. Imagine being in a steroid state, a very bad one, for more than 10 days. I mean, I was burning up to the point that my surface temperature, for a while, I was convinced that I had a fever, like, you know, a fever. Like, I was convinced. You couldn't tell me otherwise because I was crazed. And what it was is the surface temperature of my body was over 103 degrees at all times. And then my core temperature would read, like if I took the temperature in my mouth, it would read, you know, 98.6, at its most 99.5. But then I would take, because I was so hot, you could feel it. You could feel the heat coming off of me. I would take my temperature in other places, you know, under my armpit or under my boob. And it would say that, this big old crazy, and I'm like, I'm dying, you know? But it is actually from the steroids, called steroid fever. And it is so uncomfortable. I slept on ice packs, literal body-sized ice packs that they make for body injuries. As long as your body. I slept on them, full on from the freezer. No injuries. I don't even know. That was just nonsense. So I'm used to hot flashes, but let me tell you something. That was wrong. That is torture, and I don't wish it on anybody. Nobody, I don't think. Especially not a man, because they would just fall over and die. Hey, Deborah, that's a good point. Deborah says she's wondering if some of the sealants might dissolve the foam. You know, it's funny you say that, because I know some glues dissolve, like styrofoam, like B7000 or E6000. Both of those, one's generic, one's not. They dissolve foam. So, or like the, what's that one called? The fiber, fi Fabrifix. Yeah, that one will melt styrofoam too. I didn't know that when I made the dragon's egg kit and I put B7000 in there. And y'all are putting it on your eggs and the eggs are like, bleh. Sorry about that. So I have like 1,500 of these little things right here. And they're good glue. They just, yeah. Yep, ice baths. I did that too. And that is a shock to your system. Like, another problem is I have a very, very rapid heart rate on its own. So when all that happened, my heart rate was up over 120, just steadily, even going up way higher. And sometimes, sorry about the bounce. I'm a hand talker. And so the ice bath just put me into like almost a nonverbal state. And I'm a chatty Cathy. So. I think it's dry. I hope it's dry. Okay. So, this is called the Black Lace set. Black Lace foil. There's pretty stars, and they're like fishnet stockings, all of these. See, they're like... Can you see the little lace in between them? It's like the octagonal or whatever, hexagonal. Oh. And then here's polka dot. I love it. And these also have those horrible clear sections on them, so you need to watch out for those because they will mess up your deal. Fishnet. Who doesn't love a fishnet? And paisley. And roses. And yep, the distributor had the cut off, so this one is weird, but every once in a while you get some foils like that. This one's pretty. Lace. And another pretty one. And I think we have hearts. Yo, here's butterflies. Little butterflies. Aren't they cute? Definitely. And hearts. And this is from the other set, the Victorian holographic something. These are quite beautiful. I used these on the other one I did the other day. Gorgeous set. And then this white set has a little bit of holographic glitter in it. I don't know if you can see that, the twinkles. It doesn't show very much, so it's quite subtle. So on something like this, it probably, I learned that the other day. You don't really want to use the foils on a lot of glittery spots because it's just too much. Like one cancels the other and it's just very too busy, too much. I never thought there was such a thing, but there's such a thing with this new paint, these new pigments actually. Do you guys want, you know, like I usually get a lot of pigment because it takes a lot to make the paint. Do you guys want like powder? I hate saying that because I don't want to, like, I don't like handling it and I don't want to package it, but is that something you guys want? I don't necessarily do chrome powders. They're way too expensive for me to package up like that because I don't buy them enough in quantity to do that, because like I seriously buy them like a gram at a time. Just enough to make a set because they're $10 a gram. So at most I might buy, sometimes I buy little packs and they're, I don't know, you get like 1/3 of a gram I think per color. It's still like $30, so it's like total with taxes and out the door $30 before including the little container. That's my cost. So if I charge you guys $45 for a set of watercolors, you see, there's not a lot of money there, and it takes hours to make a watercolors. Weeks actually, because you got to go back and top them off, and yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use the black hearts first in, I don't know, one of these small places over here. Okay. Yes, I'm undecided. I'm going to cut it like that. Should I do it upside down? I'm going to do it on the stem. I'm going to have to pat. Oopsie, I should not have. That was stupid. Sorry. Ignore that. So if this happens, I haven't actually tried to take the foil off. With the UV one, you can rub it off with alcohol. So this being water-based, I'll bet you could rub it off with water. Shall we try? We can problem solve this. Although you can just, it's still sticky enough, you could probably put the foil back on there. It appears so. Right on. I don't know how tacky it's going to be, so this whole piece right here will probably not be workable. Doesn't look like it's all coming off either. Okay, so I wonder if alcohol would work. Yeah, that's... No. Just no. We're going to leave it alone for a minute. Sorry, that was a very bad example. Don't watch that. Don't be me. Okay, so we'll put the hearts down this first big area right here. Yeah. And because I did more than one section, which I don't recommend to a beginner, you see what I mean? You got to be very careful not to lay it down. So you do need to cut them a bit, otherwise you're going to have a disaster. It's mainly just to control it so you don't have to be precise unless you're doing some precision thing where you need exactly, you know, that kind of thing. What did I get myself into here? Okay. You can do it, Wanda. Okay, these, do not leave them sitting on this for very long because they like to soak into it for some reason. But look at that. Gorgeous transfer. Beautiful. There we go. Right there. And right there. Love it. All right, next one. Let's do some lacy. Big lacy. So I'm going to cut it in half. Okay, we're going to do a smaller section here. Sorry. I'm going to do this in two parts. Oops. I got the back side in there. No. Okay. Then we'll see if we can mesh it together with the other half of it. But I'm going to take this off in case it touches anything. Cool thing about using all black lace is that if it gets a little somewhere else, it's not the end of the world. Cool thing is it's very, very almost identical to the feeling of a UV foil once it's done. I'm going to use some alcohol. I think alcohol still wins here. Yeah, thanks, Susan. Sorry. I know I'm long-winded. Like I said, if I could learn how to edit, it's hard teaching this old dog new tricks. But if anybody wants to volunteer some editing, I'm down. Want to trade? All right, next we'll do this one in the middle. Isn't that pretty? Do you guys like that one for the middle, or some? What should we do in the middle? Should we do some white? You want to do black, white, black, white? What have I got in here that would even make sense? Ooh, look. We should probably just do all black, huh? You want to see my inspiration? I actually made this on AI. Yeah. Pretty, huh? I was like, dude, doodle, neon doodle pumpkins. That's what it came up with. I'm like, oh, I see black foil in that. I used to do this every holiday. The foiled black foil lace pumpkins. Yup. At least it's the back side, but this is going to be a disaster. Please don't tear it off. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That could have been horrible. Fan. Sorry. Okay, maybe polka dot. All black. Okay, thank you. I'm like, somebody. Okay, polka dots. I'm going to do polka dots in between on that side. And then we're going to do fishnet here. You know what? I think I'm going to try to do this in a more precision way. So because I have the original, I think it's actually a bit bigger, but I think it'll work. Like, take the hard out of this, right? Make it easy. Easy peasy. Where's the top? Stinker. Stinker, you got me. Okay. I'm trying not to let it down there where it came off because it will stick hard. It will be a hard to remove, yeah. Also, sometimes the top carrier for this glue is like straight up stronger than UV glue, I believe. So the actual foil transfer sheet gets kind of stuck down there sometimes. Anyways, I gotta finish this side. Poo. Okay. That's why to do these, it's very much recommended to do them section by section. But I'm trying to show you guys, so it's hard to do that online. Because obviously we can't wait 30 minutes in between. This would be, 6 hours long. Which the other one the other night was 7 hours long, so who cares? Look, it came back to tack. Yes! Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Awesome. What am I going to put up there? Let's do this one, because it's cool. Oh, I hope it works. You guys, I love it when that happens. So alcohol will remove the foil and it will become tacky again. Oh my mind. I'm so excited. Nice. Look at that. That's after having it removed and everything. Like with the alcohol. Like, nice. You win, glue. Yes. It's only been years, right? How many glues have, ugh, I've been disgusted with. I'm so excited. Okay, lace in the middle. Hi, Connie. I had the goat out a little while ago. Thank you, Connie. Connie's the one that sent the goat, and every once in a while we send a goat out in a package because she sent some to share. They're little goats. They're so cute. I'm still talking in third person. Sorry. Me? No. Beautiful. Oopsie. That's okay. What did I say I was going to put there? Stars. No. Was it stars? No, it was fishnet, right? Now it's definitely going to be fishnet. Oh, it's like, yes, this is, I want to live there. Put me there. Aw, come on. Stick. Cool beans. Now I gotta do these back here. But we got fishnet there. Eh. We can take it off, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to use these little strips I have over here. Like right here. Where'd the little hearts go? And the fishnet one here. Let's see. No, that's not too bad. Alright, so I'll be touching up the paint and then giving it a seal. But that turned out really great for brush on non-UV glue. That might outshine our UV glue. It might just do that. Like, this is it. Look at that. Little detailed things. Okay, that's a good question, Jen. Jen's asking, does the glue stay tacky for a long time, or do you have a limited window to adhere the foil? For example, could you let it dry overnight? That is a multifaceted question. I thought that it would be good 24 hours, and it wasn't. It completely, like, it was still a bit tacky, but it wouldn't hold a transfer for me. Again, that could be the humidity here. The bond time says up to 5 hours, and I think that's pretty accurate. I've had several times, you know, at about the 4-hour mark where it's getting a little too, it's not as sticky, you know what I mean? I mean, it's tacky, but, and it will still grab. And it's very tacky right now, so I say that 30-minute mark is like jam on. If, if you're having no humidity. Now, in the humidity, it is it's kind of a struggle with humidity for all foil glue, UV included. That was my biggest problem with foiling, was the humidity. It would always cause wrinkling and, you know, all these horrible, ugly things, but we would work around it. And we knew it, so we knew how to fix the boo-boos. So this one I think is going to be similar. I think it has to do with the glue or something for all of them. The UV gums them up, you know, it makes them, instead of tacky, it makes them gooey. And gooey isn't that's not what works for this anyways. So if you're new to foils, they're very staticky. I walk around with them attached to me constantly. I find them in my underwear. Like, how did you even get in there? The other day, I sent Katie a picture. I foiled my armpit somehow. I was like, I don't even remember having a foil up there in my armpit. What in the heck just happened? How did I foil my armpit? So at some point, some rando foil flew up in my armpit and transferred itself there because I must have been, you know, tacky. What do you do? I mean, come on. That was like, that was the most interesting so far. And this is my, almost my 6th year. We're ending the 5th year here. Can you believe that? Wowie. Yep. We started in 2020, and so end of 25, 5 years. I don't know my actual anniversary date, but I actually opened my store in 2019, and then I think I paused it for like 9 months because I was just selling my art in there. And then the first pack of foil that I sold, oh my word, that taught me a little bit because I was just doing pencil and paper and writing out addresses on envelopes and wrapping it in a piece of paper. And, you know, it was easy. It was one pack. I think I charged like $5 or something. And I quickly learned that a lot of things. It costs a lot of money to do that. I wasn't planning on being a business. So, but anyways, the next foil I got was the black lace was my second pack. This was my second pack. This stuff, because I love it. I used it on everything before I sold it. I was so excited. I would get this and use it on everything. It only came in 10 strips though. When you buy it from the wholesaler, it's I believe 16 different colors. So I had a little bit of different ones than they did, but some of them aren't really worth, you know, they're like too close or repeat or just not pretty enough. So you take them out. And guys, I have boxes and boxes in warehouse full of storage foil on rolls. So much foil. And we're actually starting to run out of some, which is nice because we haven't, you know, we do run out of them quite often. But there's a lot of them. So I haven't re-upped on any of it in over a year. Like no new foil. I'm sure you guys have noticed. I haven't put any new foil in there. Because we just were so foil heavy, and it really wasn't not a whole lot of people are foiling. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. And also the foil industry itself is kind of drying up, so they're not readily available as they were. And they've tripled in price, so I think that's actually why I'm selling most of them now, because I'm less expensive. I didn't raise my prices on the foil. I did have to raise shipping, but I haven't raised the prices because I don't think you guys should have to pay if I didn't pay that. I'm just using Posca to clean this up real quick. And I'll seal it. I kind of want to seal it with a UV top coat because I'm Don't want to wait for the sealer to dry, but I won't. I'm going to have to spray it, however, because Posca does not like brush on. I know that sometimes it works, but most of the time it just smears everywhere. So it bleeds. A lot of pens do. Most pens actually. Posca is one that sometimes doesn't, but generally if you put on a varnish on your rock over Posca, it will bleed. If you go real fast, you got a good chance. But I'm not fast. I keep moving it around and then here goes, you know, the pen's everywhere. So spraying is your friend. These foils I know are okay with spray. The ones that are questionable sometimes are the full metallics. Sometimes they get crackly looking, crunchy, because of the solvents in the spray. Glenda. That's good. I like that. Hey Jen, how did you oh never mind, it's me. I was like, how did you get your question to highlight there? My mouse is sitting just randomly on your question and it's all highlighted. I was like, how'd she do that? Because I need that. Too funny. Glenda, my hot flash cured the temperature of your hot flash transferred it. It sure did. Oh, I see hold please. I see you come back here. It's a piece of the transfer foil. Give it to me. Oh wow, it was one of those pieces I cut off, so it went right through the thing. Dang it. I probably should have left it in there, huh? Oh poo. Let me see if I can. Probably won't be able to fix that, but only polka dot. Right, she's trying to line up the polka dots. We're out. There we go. Yes. It worked. I'm sorry, it's a really good foil day. That's so crazy. Da-na-na-na-na. I had some paint when I painted it that kind of went out of the lines too. So what do you guys think about the option to pick your paint? Is that crazy? Are you guys interested? I also have some fun palettes you can pick, not like to put it in, like if you wanted to make it a set of watercolors. Pretty much what I'm talking about. There's some cute little tiny ones I can make for stocking stuffers, or a quad. You guys will remember the quads from a few years ago. It's like a clear acrylic quad compact. Kind of a mess up here, but I like it. Pretty good. Nice. All right, let's take a peek. You ready? Oh, they booted me at the 2 hours. They love to do that. Why? Do you guys see me? Am I back on? Or can you hear me? Usually when that happens, you can't hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, good. That's been a while. Okay, so let me show you. These are unsealed, so it's not really, I mean, whatever sealer you like, matte gloss. So imagine this is matte, okay? These are them on matte in a shimmer shot. So I just feel like it's not doing them justice, but this is watercolor. You see the difference? Like watercolor, yeah. They really are amazing with watercolor. This is watercolor. It's these up here. Holy moly, right? And here's the white shimmer shot. Which shimmer shots are gorgeous, and they always are beautiful, and we know that they're matte until you seal them. So I put this one over here. I made this color so that I could just test it with a sealer. So let's do that. Let's put something on there. How about top coat? My top, not UV, my top coat. This guy. I don't know if that's working. Okay, why are you not working? That went right in there. What's going up? What's going down? Did you hear? Who says that? What's going up? You guys, there's something wrong with my brain. I'm not kidding you. They keep checking me and I'm, but that's clearly a neurological duh. What the heck was that? I haven't told you guys how much I love Top Coat. I used it today. Oh, I gotta show you guys that too. I need to make that video, but you can make basically a glass-like surface with the glossy top coat. It's gonna have some brush marks, but okay, I give in. Let's do it on one of these up here. Let's do the pink. I don't think it's gonna be as beautiful as watercolor because it's, you know, not watercolor. Watercolor, you really can pick your dilution, like you can really make it really twinkly just by adding more water usually. I'm actually going to turn off the flash because I don't think it's helping anything here. Maybe it was. No, yeah, I think they still win in watercolor. Clearly. This is not sealed. Like if I get that wet, they'll reactivate. This is glossy shots. That's it in this formula here. Or no, I lie. I'm sorry, that's UV. What am I talking about? Yeah, I put them in UV too. So if you want that, that's available. Not in the store. No UV in the store. Not that, anyways. Let's see. These two I haven't even swatched yet. I don't think I have. I don't have a liquid gel one swatcher. What am I thinking? Word. I have a piece of acrylic that I swatch my glossy shots and satin shots on, and I can't find that either, but it's on there. You know what? I think I'm going to grab a regular piece of watercolor paper. Did I seal it? No. Okay. These are liquid gels. These two. Liquid gels are super duper fun. I love them because they're basically jelly watercolor, you know. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's check that on black. Let's check it. You guys, I'm fancying up my white. No, I'm making a better white. Look at how opaque it is on black. Isn't that insane? I love it. Isn't that great? So we're going to see this on black. They won't come in these bottles because I realize they're hard to... Well, they might actually. I don't know what they're coming in. Sorry. I do usually send a scoop when I put things in bottles that are hard to get into. Oh, clearly they're gorgeous on black. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah. That's beautiful. You guys want to see some gorgeous. Now this is in a satin shots base, which is the same base as glossy shots, but because it's pigment, they're pretty satin finish. If it was just glitter, it would probably stay. Why did we solidify? Oh no. Have you guys had this happen with your stuff? I need to know this. What did I do here? That's not cool. Let me check the others and see if they did that. One of my top coats did that the other day. I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm wondering if I got a weird batch of stuff. This one's not like that. Like, look. This is so weird because some of the colors I have will make they'll liquefy my bases and turn them into like water. So they're pretty useless. Or they'll disintegrate the stuff that says it's, you know, um, that says it works with solvent, solvent resistant or whatever. Oh, that's really pretty. These pigments are different because they're a flake and a tint, sort of. So they kind of act like glitter, but they're not glitter. They're a pigment in a. That's beautiful. I'm going to say no on the satin shots with these because I don't know what the heck that was about. So liquid gels would probably be a better idea. Probably. Let me check this one. But this is done with those. All these colors here. That one kind of failed too, but that was the different formula, so that's on me. They do separate, so they'd probably be better in a pot. Oh, for sure, some pigments do different things, but like that pink one, why did it solidify? This one's nice and, whoops, liquid, see, dripping down the side. I don't think I added anything to that. Shoot, I might have. I have to go check my notes on it. That might actually tell me the culprit if... Ooh, that's pretty. You know, most of these are just super beautiful. Like with matte acrylic, you can do little details with them, or these are created for your faux stained glass work. So if you're doing like a faux stained glass piece on a piece of acrylic, a piece of glass, these work really well on glass. And the outliners, ta-da, I have new colors. They are not in the store yet, but they will be soon. Come out, please. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of like an orange, yellowy copper, sort of. Love it. It's basically dimensional paint, but in a sort of a soft body, so you can also use it as regular paint. I did a thing there so we can, if you're into like the paint, a painterly painting that leaves dimension, you know what I mean? Like the flower, like if you want it to do the petals and they have dimension, these will do that. Wrong brush for that, but you feel me, right? It's fun. Or you can use it base coat. A pretty color. Love it. Depending on what kind of brush you use is what, you know, your paint will look like. Like you can really even out those strokes if you wanted to just use it as a paint. They're gorgeous. You can also dot with these, or this isn't dotting. This is just, you know, doing some unique stuff with it. Great for mixed media, but they do make nice plumpy dots. As long as you don't get bubbles in it. I tend to go a little too fast, but they can be watered down just a bit so that your dots aren't like deformed, but they don't drop, which is nice. Okay, they dry a tad flatter than that, but they don't like go flat, you know what I mean? I'll show you just here in a sec. Okay, so this actually might be the orange that I made. But see the green there? That wasn't a very tall dot, but see how it holds its form? It's a nice texture. And these are the red dots. And then these green is showing they can do spiky too. I don't know if you can see it. See the little spikies? And then that was me messing around with the red. But the green holds up nice too. That's the gold. So this is the orange that I made, which is basically the orange and the red, or the yellow and the red together. I don't know if that's going to be in it. Sorry, I thought this was the other one. Sorry. They don't come in the cones either, but I can make you cones. I don't mind. No, you dog. Come on. There we are. Yeah, there's the gold. You can like write your name with these. They're pretty dang awesome. Pretty dang awesome. Not that I'm good at it, but Deborah's like, no, she's 2 cakes. I'm definitely not that, girl. You would do well with these. But for those of you who like to do that, this works. It also gives you a nice, if you need like, what am I trying to say? Fenced in. I don't know what the word is. Fenced in. So you can float something in there, like kind of like this. Ouch. You know, you get them. This is this stuff, but I painted it with Posca after that. Anyways, then this stuff is in these sections, but they're all foiled too, so you really can't see it. But I floated it in there and it didn't pop out anywhere. I was really impressed with it. Key is though, you have to let the liner dry before you can do that. Dry time, such a bugger. But look at these dry. Yeah, liquigel wins. I don't know. That's not liquigel, and that's still pretty. This is liquigel, and see, they're so similar. I think that why even, let's just stick with liquigel, yeah? And then you can just top coat it if you want to seal it with this stuff. Is it dry? Not really. Not really dry, but it's drying. Oops. It's probably still too wet, but I'm not a patient person. All right, we'll let that dry a bit. Okay, so that's that. I think I'm just gonna put them in as watercolor and a liquid gel, because I don't even think Shimmer Shot is. What do you guys think? I'll probably just do 2 separate listings, and y'all can whichever way you want to go, or both, because they both do separate things in that, you know. So I am working on getting these stock in the store. I know I keep having new stuff, and then it takes me a minute to get it in there. You know, I'm just going to tear this one off, and then the back will be right. This one just popped off, and this side won't even tear. So I'm just rambling. Okay, guys, I will see you on another day. I think we did everything, right? I think so. Thanks, Deborah. Welcome to the team. Thank you, Jen. Yay. Susan. Hi, bye. Glenda, thank you, guys. Allison. Heather, I know you're there somewhere. Whoever's left. All right, if you want that kit, it's in the store. New beginners, non-UV foiling kit. It's very reasonable. You can get it with or without rocks. I believe without, it's under 35. With is like 37 or something, 37.95. So totally affordable. Also, the new UV paint, the new UV glue paint is sold singly. It doesn't have its own listing. It's in the UV upgrade kit. I don't know if the word upgrade is still in there, but that's the flashlight, the UV glue, the top coat, the trio. they're also in there singly, so you can buy them all separate. And this is the new flashlight for the new glue. You don't need, you can use any light you want, but this one just is awesomer. I think I still have a few of these, so they're in there too. You can buy either one. This 12 LED is important for any other UV glue that I've used, but the one that I have is you can use any light, and you use it very thin, goes a long ways, and it works every time. Every time that I've played with it, which is quite a lot. Did some beautiful foiling. Oh, I did forget one thing. This. Do you see how glossy that is? You see that? Gorgeous seal. That is my top coat. This. 2 coats. So I dropped water just there. Sorry. Hold on. I'll polish it out. But my point here is you can pre-treat this. Let it dry overnight. Okay? No joke. I did this at like 11 last night. 2 coats. First coat, you got to let it dry at least 2 hours. Second coat, let it dry 24 hours. And then you can work on this like an agate, you know, like those glass surfaces. So if you like doing that, this is a good thing. It's perfect. So this is my UV resin or resin alternative. That's what I use. It is expensive, so I'm forwarding that on to you. I apologize, but I have offered it in the larger sizes for a discount, so there it is. Okay, now I'm done. All right, guys, peace out. I will talk to you soon. Please go buy the kit. Bye.